Joey may have romanced Vanessa with a fancy Thanksgiving dinner, but in the new promo for Beyond the Gates, it appears the winds have shifted, and Vanessa isn't happy with her man. Meanwhile, Haley's plans for Bill seem to be going off the rails, and Martin and Smitty's marriage looks to face another test. Plus, did someone say cursed elevator? Dani and Vanessa may be friends, but that doesn't mean that the former is willing to turn a completely blind eye to the latter's actions, especially when Dani realizes exactly what Vanessa's latest side hustle is. In a fitting crossover, several of the Real Housewives of Potomac show up, and they make it clear they're not interested in what Vanessa's trying to sell. It soon becomes obvious that Joey and Vanessa's relationship is more complicated than we'd imagined. Are lines about to be drawn, and things said which can't be unsaid? And does Smitty have good reason to be worried about the connection his husband shares with the casino owner? Something tells us that while politics make for strange bedfellows, this particular arrangement might be downright dangerous. Dani's newfound happiness with Andre is clearly irking Bill, who had the nerve to drag Haley to the country club for Thanksgiving, knowing dining there is a Dupree family tradition. Perhaps that's why Vernon is taking Bill to task. As for Haley, it's looking as if she's taken her eyes off that $10 million prize, and we aren't the only ones to have noticed. Is Randy right to worry that his partner in crime is spending more time flirting with Isaiah than poisoning her hubby? Finally, Ted and Shanice find themselves trapped in the hospital elevator, and whatever Ted does only makes their situation worse. Shanice, well aware that this particular conveyance has had troubles in the past, theorizes that perhaps the elevator is cursed. But hey, given the sparks we've seen fly between Ted and Shanice, maybe they can break the supposed curse. Together? Hey babes, welcome back to Gossip Delight. It's your girl Daisy, and trust me, today's tea is scorching, steamy, and absolutely unmissable. Buckle up, because we're diving straight into the drama. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Monday, December 1st, reveal that Andre Richardson will get cornered, while Vanessa McBride will unleash some fury, and Vernon Dupree will dish out some harsh truths. After a 3-day hiatus, BTG fans are anxious to get back to the drama at Fairmont Crest, and the new CBS soap will deliver during Monday's show. First off, Bradley "Smitty" Smith will visit Joey Armstrong. It sounds like Smitty will confront the casino owner about the IOU he has over his husband, Martin Richardson. If viewers recall, when Martin's cousin, Chelsea Hamilton, was kidnapped, Martin approached Joey for help. The criminal was more than happy to oblige, but he did warn that Martin would owe him one. Martin knows how dangerous Joey is, but he was desperate to find Chelsea. With that said, can Smitty convince Joey to back off his congressman husband? Speaking of Joey, BTG spoilers for the December 1st episode suggest that his gal pal, Vanessa, will be full of fury. That's because Dani Dupree will question her friend's new business venture and decisions after some women at the country club approach them during a meal. Dani will be judgmental. After all, why would Vanessa solicit clients for her escort business at the Fairmont Crest Country Club of all places? Still, Vanessa will lash back at Dani and defend her actions, so this could be the beginning of the end for Dani and the blonde's friendship. Meanwhile, Dani's new hubby, Andre, will get cornered by none other than Derek Baldwin. The firefighter will have some pointed questions about Ashley Morgan. However, as he's her ex, he has no right to any answers from Andre. Plus, Andre and Ashley aren't as close as they used to be since Andre and Dani tied the knot. Will Derek ask Andre for help to win Ashley back? Lastly, Vernon will sling some hard truths Bill Hamilton's way. The Dupree patriarch and his former son-in-law have had some explosive confrontations in the past, and Monday's episode will prove to be another big one. But what exactly do they clash about this time around? Only time will tell. Beyond the Gates spoilers hint that the Monday, December 1st episode will be filled with drama, intrigue, and a little chaos, so fans won't want to miss a moment of the fun. Here are your Beyond the Gates spoilers for next week. Here's a look ahead at the episodes we'll see from Monday, December 1st to Friday, December 5th, 2025. Cursed elevators, Vernon and Bill argue and Ropp arrives. We start at the Fairmont Crest Country Club, where Dani and Vanessa are chatting at a table, when Wendy Osfo and Giselle Bryant from the hit show The Real Housewives of Potomac arrive. Osefo throws a card on the table and tells Vanessa that they had called the number Vanessa gave them. Osefo turns her well-styled hair and looks disgusted, while Bryant just stares at Vanessa defiantly. Obviously unimpressed with some matter to do with Vanessa's new project, managing Heart Attach, Joey's escort agency. Dani makes a face and says, "So you're seeking customers at the country club?" Vanessa tells Dani that she resents being categorized as a pimp, and Dani replies with, "How about Madame?" Martin and Smitty are sitting on the couch at the brownstone, both dressed for work. Martin tells Smitty that Joey is a dangerous man, and he has me right where he wants me. The scene cuts to Joey at the casino, smiling while looking at a piece of paper. Martin owes Joey from when Chelsea was kidnapped, and they needed Joey's help tracing the escort known as Craig so that they could find Chelsea and Allison. It would be in Joey's best interest to help Martin in his political career to get re-elected to maintain having a congressman who owes him. Bill and Vernon are at the Dupree mansion when Vernon looks at Bill sternly and tells him that he knew the consequences before he chose what he wrought. Vernon is once again unhappy that Bill decided to use Joey to help with the cover-up and the consequent actions taken to help Martin stay out of jail. Again, Joey has leverage, and Vernon knows it will be Martin who pays the price. Randy and Haley meet up again, and Randy asks Haley if there is any reason she's tripping without a map. Haley, obviously riled up at this, replies with, "Yes, and you know just who it is." Haley refers to her using Isaiah as a piece of the plan to have Bill die of natural causes. Seeing the two together intimately could just set Bill off with a heart attack if he's ingested enough of her infernal herbal tea. Back at the casino, Vanessa slams her whiskey glass down and exclaims, "I told you over and over that I don't give a damn about their opinions. What is it, Joey?" Vanessa is sure to ask Joey what he thinks he is protecting her from. Joey hasn't told Vanessa the true extent of his operations, the things he is mixed up in, and the things he controls. The two meet at a cafe and share a kiss. Eva's voice says she feels as if she is wrapped up in a dream. After the kiss, they sit down, and Isaiah remarks that she tastes good. Tomas is not going to like finding out about this week. At the Fairmont Crest Country Club again, Dani, Bill, and their two daughters, Chelsea and Naomi, sit around a table sharing a drink. Dani asks, "Did our daughters inherit their complete lack of subtlety from you or from me?" Both girls and Bill point at Dani, and Bill says, "Definitely you." At the same time, Dani looks at Bill, saying, "You!" The final scene we see is Ted and Shanice in the elevator at Garland Memorial Hospital. The elevator lurches, and Shanice yells, "Ted, this elevator is cursed!" Ted fumbles with the buttons and looks shocked, then turns to Shanice. This is the elevator where Andre and Ashley delivered a baby, not long into Beyond the Gates' journey on our screens. After 2 reruns and a preemption, we are more than ready to get back in amongst some new episodes of our favorite Suitser. This is going to be a big week, soap fans. Beyond the Gate, spoilers for the week of December 1-5, indicate that Vanessa McBride and Dani Dupree will clash, while Shanice Johnson and Ted Richardson find themselves trapped in a hospital elevator. The CBS soap just released its preview for the week of December 5, and there are some major moments up ahead to talk about. BTG will not be airing new episodes from Wednesday, November 26th to Friday, November 28th because of Thanksgiving. Wednesday and Thursday's shows are repeats, while Friday will be preempted due to football. With those logistics out of the way, it's time to talk about the promo. The Beyond the Gates preview for the week of December 1st starts with a clip between Dani and Vanessa as they share a meal at the Fairmont Crest Country Club. 2 ladies approach their table and mention a number Vanessa has given them when Dani states, "So you are seeking customers at the country club?" Vanessa responds with, "I resent being characterized as a pimp," as Dani replies, "Okay, madame." As the promo continues, Martin Richardson is on the couch in his family home, talking to Bradley Smitty Smith. Martin notes that Joey Armstrong is a very dangerous man who has me right where he wants me. As Martin makes that comment, a scene is shown of Joey in the casino, smiling as he looks down at a piece of paper. BTG fans may recall that Joey helped Martin with the search for his cousin, Chelsea Hamilton, when she was kidnapped by Allison, so it looks like the casino owner will be ready to cash in on his favor. As the scenes shift, Bill Hamilton and Vernon Dupree are in the Dupree mansion when the Dupree patriarch tells his former son-in-law, "You know the consequences before you chose what you brought." It looks like another classic confrontation between Bill and Vernon. So what are they fighting about now? Over to cousins Randy Parker and Haley Hamilton. The two are at a table as Randy asks Haley why she's tripping with no map. Haley angrily states, "Yes, and you know to who it is." Are they still worried about Joey figuring out their plan to off Bill? Meanwhile, Vanessa is back on the Beyond the Gates preview, except in this scene, she's with Joey at the casino. Vanessa slams a glass on a gambling table as she exclaims, "I told you, over and over, that I don't give a damn about their opinions. What is it, Joey?" Elsewhere, Isaiah Hawthorne and Eva Thomas will get steamy during the week of December 15th as the two are shown kissing. A voiceover of Eva can be heard saying she feels as if she's wrapped in a dream, while Isaiah replies, "Someone tastes good." As the promo progresses, Dani, Bill, Chelsea, and Naomi Hamilton are at the country club, gathered on the coaches. Dani says, "Did our daughters inherit their complete lack of subtlety from you or from me?" At the same time, Bill and Dani point at each other while saying, "Definitely you." Interestingly enough, Dani has a sparkle in her eye when the camera pans on her face. As the BTG preview wraps up, Shanice and Ted are locked in a hospital elevator as the lights go out. Shanice nervously states, "This elevator is cursed." Beyond the Gates spoilers tease some chemistry between Ted and Shanice, which has rubbed Leslie Thomas the wrong way. So will this elevator incident trigger a lip lock between the colleagues? Beyond the Gates spoilers hint that the Tuesday, November 25th episode provided plenty of drama, chaos, and Thanksgiving fun. However, the biggest shocker came in the form of a new guest appearance and shocking revelation about Dani Dupree. Learn more below. Dani tried to cook a Thanksgiving meal for both her and Andre Richardson from scratch to celebrate the couple's first holiday together as newlyweds. As she was chopping away, the matter of cleaning up arose, along with a major plot twist. Dani Dupree does, in fact, do dishes. Well, she lets the dishwasher be her dishwasher. This was when Cascade, the dishwasher tablet, took center stage. About 2 minutes of the scene felt more like a commercial than a daytime drama. However, BTG fans know that Procter & Gamble does sponsor the show, and this wasn't the first time a product placement has been done on the new CBS soap. It's important to note that daytime dramas got the name soaps because of product placements when these shows began airing, which Procter & Gamble were originals at. After the November 25th episode aired, Carla Mosley hopped on Instagram and shared a spot she filmed for Cascade. The heading read, "Yes, at Procter & Gamble sponsors our show. And they're awesome! The OG soap sponsors." She added, "But I also actually use Cascade at home, so when they asked me to help out with a spot, it was a no-brainer." The caption continued with, "Fast forward to the crew coming up to me while we were shooting this whispering, 'I actually use this at home. So yeah, it's a great product. Get into it." Mosley wrapped up the caption with, "Do like Dani Dupree, and let the dishwasher be your dishwasher. Hashtag Cascade at Beyond the Gate SCBs, Beyond the Gates /ad. Do you like the little product placement spots that BTG does? Comment below. Watch the CBS soap daily for all the Fairmont Crest drama, and visit CTS regularly for the hottest Beyond the Gates news, updates, and spoilers. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Monday, December 1st hint at some major moments up ahead. Vanessa McBride and Dani Dupree clash, while Vernon Dupree issues a warning. Plus, Shanice Johnson and Ted Richardson are trapped. Due to the American Thanksgiving holiday, Beyond the Gates will air repeat episodes on Wednesday, November 26th, and Thursday, November 27th. Meanwhile, the daytime drama will be preempted on Friday, November 28th, due to football. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Monday, December 1st, suggest a bit of a clash between Vanessa and Dani at the Fairmont Crest Country Club. It sounds like Dani and Vanessa will be enjoying a meal when one of Vanessa's clients will approach her. Dani will be flabbergasted that Vanessa is running an escort ring out of the gated community. However, Vanessa will refuse to apologize for her new business venture. Will this affect their friendship? Meanwhile, still at the country club, it looks like Dani and Bill Hamilton will have a family meeting with their daughters, Chelsea Hamilton and Naomi Hawthorne. The two will catch eyes when they repeat the same sentence, and fans will be able to tell that even though Dani has moved on with Andre Richardson and Bill has Haley Hamilton, the magic between Bonnie is still there. Speaking of Bill, Beyond the Gates spoilers for Monday indicate Bill will also have a meeting with Vernon at the Dupree mansion. Interestingly enough, Vernon will issue a warning to his former son-in-law, so what will their confrontation be all about? Fans will have to tune in to find out. Finally, Shanice and Ted will somehow get stuck in a hospital elevator together, and the nurse will panic. How does this happen, and will the two get rescued? Could anything happen between them while they are in there? Only time will. What storyline are you most looking forward to during Monday's show? Comment below. Where there's smoke, there is fire next week on Beyond the Gates. Thanksgiving is next week on Beyond the Gates. Expect drama, conflict, disastrous preparations, new connections, and only 2 brand new episodes. Once Wednesday hits, it is repeats and preemptions for the rest of the week. But here's a breakdown of what you'll see on Monday and Tuesday. Haley seems to be serious about pursuing Isaiah Hawthorne. She doesn't care that she's married. She simply wants to focus on this Isaiah side quest while she slowly takes care of her husband, the prominent DMV attorney. "Isaiah, what can I say?" Haley spouts when she sees Banneker's newest academic advisor at the Fairmont Crest Country Club. "I'm a fool for love," she continues as Isaiah stares at her, probably wondering what this woman's endgame is. Meanwhile, Bill is working on his own quest, and it involves catching up with Tomas. According to the Daily Spoilers, Tomas is put on notice regarding his future at the firm. "Loyalty matters to me, Tomas. That's why I want to talk about your future at the firm." Is he about to put his employee's job in jeopardy, or give him the promotion that he has been working so hard for? Tomas has no idea. He looks scared to find out. Leslie is having a drink when a man spots her and hits on her. Why? It's none other than Detective Marcel Malone. "Hello there, pretty lady," he says. Leslie must like what she sees, even though she immediately guesses he's a cop. She can read people that way. "Is that a problem?" Malone asks. The next second, Marcel is sitting at her table, and they begin to get to know each other. However, Ted walks in and spots them. Will he act jealous, or will he go the protective route? After all, he knows that Marcel isn't totally on the up and up. He was in on those secret Protect Martin Richardson at all costs group meetings they had when they needed to figure out what to do with that bigoted busboy. Haley plays the fake jealous wifey when she and Bill are dining together at the club. "You knew that your ex would be here, and you brought me here anyway. Why would you do that?" Haley inquires. Bill just can't seem to shake Dani loose. Dani's not having many problems forgetting Bill right now. She and Andre are living their bliss. They are back from their perfect honeymoon, and, well, Dani and Andre do have one problem. There's a disaster in the kitchen. Smoke is everywhere. "Where's your fire extinguisher?" Andre urgently asks. "Under the sink," Dani urgently responds. Cut to Andre using the fire extinguisher to put out whatever fire they had going on. Did they just ruin their Thanksgiving? Beyond the Gates. Daily YAPP for Wednesday, November 26th. Welcome to the Beyond the Gates Daily YAPP for a quick, and by that I mean you're already halfway done, recap of the most amazing or what the heck did we just watch moments on today's episode. Let's get to it. Today was the first of 2 repeat episodes this week. This was episode 103, and we are reminded of some trying times right before the Articulates take the stage and have their reunion concert. Sharon was having a panic attack and pre-concert jitters, and the family rallied around her, telling her everything was going to be just fine, especially once they began, and felt the audience's energy wash over them. Derek apologizes to Ashley for using his friendship with Shanice to make her jealous, and tells her that it is most definitely just a friendship and that nothing else is there. Doug and Vanessa disagree at the nurse's station after Vanessa comes to visit him, and he tells her he is not going to the concert. He is going to have his own fun, and tells Shanice that his wife has an extra ticket if she wants it, as it would be a shame for it to go to waste. These are some of the last moments before Doug gets himself in a position he can't get out of, and Joey's need to have Vanessa all to himself proves to be Doug's undoing. Tomorrow we see episode 104, and the Articulates perform. Want more details? We got you! Soap Central has the best full recaps on the internet. You can even go back over 30 years and read each one of them. If you can't wait until the next episode, we have daily spoilers too. And whatever you do this weekend, do not, seriously, do not, forget to read the 2 scoops for some laughs in the as close as we can come to being a watching party without actually being a show. And the best part is, if you agree or disagree, we want to know. As always, share your comments below. Thanksgiving in the DMV brings secret celebrations, fiery disasters, tense reunions, and family breakthroughs as every corner of Beyond the Gates feels the heat. On the Tuesday, November 25th, episode of Beyond the Gates, Joey and Vanessa celebrate the holiday in their own special and private way. Bill finds comfort in a Dupree tradition, and Haley's not happy about it. Andre and Dani have a disaster on their hands. It's Thanksgiving in the DMV, and Joey and Vanessa are spending it together. The two have come a long way in a relatively short time. While Doug's death will always loom above them, they're not thinking about him this week. Vanessa and Joey are in bed together, personally and professionally. While they undoubtedly have regrets, they probably feel like they have a lot to be thankful for this year. According to weekly spoilers, Joey and Vanessa find a way to privately celebrate the holiday together. Privately is the key word here. There won't be anyone to gawk at them, gossip about them, judge them, or make them feel bad for being the shady power couple that they are. This is Haley and Bill's first Thanksgiving as a married couple, and they have already endured a lot as husband and wife. Bill's ex tried to shoot up their wedding. Bill had a stroke. Haley had a miscarriage. But it's their secrets that tell the story of their relationship. Bill can't get Dani out of his system. No matter how many times he tries to set boundaries with her, they obliterate them. However, she is now happily married and has put Bill behind her. Meanwhile, Haley's on a mission to become a Black Widow. She is slowly poisoning Bill so she can collect on his $10 million life insurance policy. Having said all of that, the two do celebrate Thanksgiving together. Unfortunately, it may not end well when, much to Haley's chagrin, Bill takes comfort in a Dupree tradition, which might involve having their holiday meal at the country club. In the BTG weekly video preview, Haley is livid that they're even there. "You knew your ex would be here, and you brought me here, anyway." Sounds like Bill has some explaining to do. Maybe Dani doesn't decide to do the traditional thing this year. After all, she and Andre aren't a traditional couple. They recently discussed how they had done everything backwards. The wedding came first, then came the rings, and finally, they exchanged "I love yous." Andre and Dani suddenly have a disaster on their hands. In the video preview, this disaster involves a possible kitchen fire. There's a lot of smoke, and Andre even needs a fire extinguisher to put out the fire. So maybe Dani and Andre intended to host Thanksgiving, or have their own at home. Will they end up at the club for a very awkward Thanksgiving in the same room as Bill and Haley? Despite having to deal with her mom's shady shenanigans and Kat's hatred, Eva is about to have the best Thanksgiving of her life. She has a lot to be grateful for, and it has a lot to do with having her dad in her life. Eva finally spends a holiday with both of her parents. Too bad that this move will probably further Leslie's belief that she and Ted will reunite sooner rather than later. Finally, the Smith-Richardsons have a lot to be thankful for, including the fact that their family remains intact. After Martin's past came back to haunt them, their togetherness wasn't a foregone conclusion. Martin and Smitty had real problems in their marriage, but they finally overcame them to reunite and become a stronger family than ever before. However, gratitude may not be something Samantha is feeling these days. That is, if she is still grounded. But one other thing that did happen this year is that Samantha and Tyrell reconnected with their biological mother. Is June the special guest that the family welcomes to their celebration? Thanksgiving week on Beyond the Gates brings much-needed advice, unlikely connections, and a surprises guest. There are only 2 new episodes of Beyond the Gates airing this Thanksgiving week. But no worries. We're grateful that there's still plenty of drama to enjoy. A few spoilers are on our radar as moments to watch during the week of November 24-28th. Several of Kat's relationships, for one reason or another, are in danger of breaking down. She can't handle her dad bonding with her much-hated half-sister, so Kat and Ted aren't in a good place. Her relationship with Martin has frayed over the last couple of weeks. Even Kat and Tomas are on shaky ground. He dislikes how she treats Eva, and Kat feels that she has to change her ways to make that relationship work. She needs help. On Monday, Kat receives some surprising advice from Nicole that could mend more than one broken bond. And if it can, that's great. Let's just hope this advice comes from a comforting, non-judgmental place. Also on Monday, Leslie makes an unlikely connection. According to BTG's weekly video preview, it appears to be Detective Marcel Malone. The two have something in common. They both like to take a walk on the shady side of the road. Look for the two to connect over drinks. And then Ted suddenly walks in. Will Leslie take this opportunity to make Ted jealous? Additionally, is this the beginning of a beautiful friendship for Ms. Thomas? It's Thanksgiving for the Richardson Smiths. The family has a lot to be grateful for this year, although Samantha might have a different perspective. For the family's celebration, they welcome a special guest on Tuesday. Please tell us that they have invited June to join them. After getting her life together and starting work at Orphe Jeans, she has really become a person that Tyrell and Samantha can talk to and receive valuable feedback from. Smitty recently had a chat with June and realized that her presence won't hurt their family. She can only help enhance their lives. Here's what went down Tuesday, November 25th, 2025, on Beyond the Gates. When Joey traded cooking people's gooses for cooking turkey, Leslie was suddenly really into cops, and Dani and Andre were burning for more than each other. On Beyond the Gates, Jan and Ashley did up their Thanksgiving feast, with the younger Morgan admitting she'd missed cooking with her mom. Jan noted that it was Ashley's first Turkey Day hosting in her own place. Their only other guest was Mona, who arrived with her own dish, and the hope that Leslie wouldn't be joining them. Jan confessed that she had thought about inviting Leslie, yet hadn't out of respect for Mona. Uptown was closed for the holiday. Joey had spoken to the owner and been given permission to use the establishment's kitchen to prepare spatch-cooked turkey and pumpkin brulee for a very impressed Vanessa. The chef knew that Vanessa had been anxious to sample the results of his culinary skills, but Vanessa became emotional over the effort Joey had gone to for her. She couldn't remember the last time someone had fussed over her that much. Joey expressed gratitude that Vanessa was in his life and stated that, given his druthers, every day with her would be a holiday. Joey asked about Vanessa's twins. Vanessa lamented that Deanna was still refusing to come home, even after Vanessa offered to sell their Fairmont Crest home to alleviate the pain of Doug being gone. The widow McBride was at least glad that Donald was growing closer to his sister, since their bickering had once been legendary. Joey acknowledged that those Doug had left behind were still tender after his loss, and said he wanted to make Vanessa feel safe, but not too safe, since he knew Vanessa liked a little danger. Vanessa was moved by how well Joey knew her, and suddenly suggested that the casino owner open a restaurant to bring his brand of cuisine to the public. Joey winked that Vanessa saw everything as an investment opportunity and declined, predicting he would probably lose his shirt. Vanessa undid a button on the one he was wearing and purred that he'd forgotten how much fun losing his shirt could be. Ted escorted Eva into Orphe Jeans, where Eva was shocked to hear there was such a thing as fried turkey. After Ted talked it up, Eva became aware that her dad's first Thanksgiving without Nicole must be difficult. Ted wanted to know more about his daughter and found out that she had taken an interest in ice skating as a girl, but had suddenly stopped. He reasoned that the lessons were probably too much for Leslie to afford. Leslie arrived, happy to see the three of them were making up for lost time by sharing a holiday as a family. When the fried turkey came out, the satisfied Leslie proclaimed that the chef put both feet and a hand up in this meal. Ted suggested that Eva accompany him to Martin's for dessert. Leslie told Eva to go ahead, since she would be on her way to visit Peaches after dinner. Eva didn't want to further ruffle Kat's feathers by showing up at her brother's house, but Ted explained that Kat was out of town with Tomas. Eva marveled at how Kat had traveled just so she didn't have to run into her. Both Ted and Leslie thought it would be a good idea for Eva to ask Isaiah to accompany her to Martin's, though Eva reported that Isaiah was spending time with family members. Ted recalled how Isaiah had disrupted Jacob and Naomi's wedding, making Leslie curious as to how Isaiah and the Hawthorns knew each other. While Ted was at the counter ordering pie, Eva admitted that she hadn't mentioned the fact that Jacob and Isaiah were related because she didn't want Leslie to judge Isaiah. At first, Leslie fretted about Isaiah being connected to a cop who wanted to throw me under the jail, and having a father who was the chief of police. But then she decided that having an in with the police could be advantageous. Eva stopped short of rolling her eyes. Bill and Haley were seated in Fairmont Crest's Country Club banquet room. Mr. Hamilton didn't want Mrs. Hamilton to have to worry about cooking and cleaning on Thanksgiving. Haley was unhappy when Anita and Vernon arrived, with Bill explaining that they always gave their cook, Rowena, the holiday off. The Duprees were both happy and sad that they'd be hosting such a smaller group as compared to previous years. Vernon noted that it simply meant that all their grandchildren had found love. Chelsea was with Madison, Kat was with Tomas, and Martin was with Smitty and the kids. Jacob came in with Naomi, who gave Nicole an ornament for her eventual Christmas tree, and reported how Chelsea had managed to broker enough peace between Madison and her mother that they were dining together. Most of the Duprees winced upon learning that, because Madison's mom was vegan, Chelsea was enjoying a cauliflower steak. Naomi visited Bill at his table and was thankful that Bill's health had been restored after his stroke. Bill credited this to Haley, who was carefully monitoring his diet. Naomi let Haley know that she appreciated her seeing to Bill's well-being. Haley smiled as she replied that she wanted Bill to be around forever. Haley was babbling to Bill about interior decorators she liked, but he was tuned out as he watched his ex-in-laws. Bill reluctantly accepted Haley's contention that it was only natural for the Duprees to now treat him like an outsider, and offered to take Haley somewhere else. But then Isaiah walked in, and Haley was all right with staying. Later, Isaiah and Haley bumped into each other in the lobby, with Haley complimenting Jacob's younger brother on upgrading his wardrobe to fit into high society. Isaiah pshawed that he was only there because of Jacob, and Haley shared that she used to be a Dupree family friend herself. After Isaiah intuited that Haley had traded that friendship for something she wanted more, Haley breathily told him that she was a fool for love. At Dani's house, Andre was gobsmacked to find his wife cooking. "You know how?" He quipped. Catching a baby carrot, Dani playfully chucked at him. Dani reminded Andre that she had learned a few things having raised a family, including how to let Cascade handle the mess. Andre offered to do dishes by hand, but Dani had him load the dishwasher, and Dani had him insert a Cascade tablet, grinning that she used every shortcut to keep things clean. Andre informed Dani that he knew how to cook as well, but soon smoke began emanating from the oven, and Andre had to put out the flames with a fire extinguisher. Afterwards, the Richardsons surveyed the damage, and Dani was disappointed because she had been trying to make Andre's day special. She'd come to realize that she had taken something away from Andre by making so much noise about not forgiving Ted. She was conscious that Andre missed his parents and that Ted was still a link to them. Andre loved that Dani wanted him to think of her home as his and insisted that they could salvage the turkey, at least until the handle of the knife Andre used in attempt to carve it broke off. Both Dani and Andre broke into raucous peals of laughter. Martin returned to the brownstone with Smitty, who said that Martin had looked hot while they were playing flag football. The husbands were amazed to see that Samantha had festively set the table. The teen wanted things to be extra special for the expected June, since she hadn't had a real home in years. Tyrell, however, watched the clock because he couldn't wait to join Jessica. Martin urged the boy to not be in such a hurry to leave, since this was going to be Tyrell's first Thanksgiving with his mother and his last living under the Richardson Smiths' roof. June was near tears from the moment she came through the door. She listened as Samantha thanked her dads for not letting her grow up too fast. Tyrell was grateful for Jessica and admitted he was falling in love with her. Smitty was glad for a healthy family and to be working as a reporter again, Martin was just happy to be with his entire family. June finally began crying, but, encouraged by Martin, said that all she had ever wanted was to see that her children were loved and cared for. The former homeless woman thanked Martin and Smitty for including her as a member of their family. Bill approached the Duprees to wish them a happy Thanksgiving, and he wanted to let Jacob know that he hadn't forgotten how much he owed them for rescuing Chelsea when she was kidnapped. "None of us have forgotten," Naomi said lovingly, placing a hand on her husband's shoulder. Haley sauntered up and presumed that everyone must be happy for Dani and Andre. Anita graciously, but coldly, replied that they didn't want to keep Haley from enjoying her own celebration with Bill. Their dinner done, Haley was ready to go home, but Bill wanted to stay and hear Vernon's speech. The one-time senator welcomed Isaiah and stressed the importance of practicing gratitude every day, even during the most difficult of circumstances. A montage played of Ashley laughing with Jan and Mona, Vanessa slow dancing with Joey, and Ted bringing Eva in to meet June and reacquaint herself with her brother and his family. As Vernon spoke about how gratitude could help the brokenhearted find joy, those navigating loss to find comfort and healing, the lonely to develop compassion and a willingness to reach out, those who have failed to persevere, and those who had erred to find forgiveness. Vernon finished by raising a glass and reminding everyone to share their blessings with people who needed it the most. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.